The Chicago Bears fan base is buzzing with excitement and speculation, and for good reason. As we gear up for the 2025 season, questions swirl about what type of moves the Bears might make that could redefine this storied franchise. Will we see another bold decision from the front office that shakes up the composition of the team, addresses lingering weaknesses, or even stirs up some flames in our long-standing rivalries? The echoes of past heartbreaks and historic turns are never far behind, and that's part of what makes being a Bears fan such an emotional journey. Today, we're diving deep into an intriguing move that could shift the balance in the NFC North. What if I told you there's something brewing that may not only honor the legacy of those who laid the foundation of this franchise, but also set the stage for a brighter future? We're talking about a new addition to the Bears uniforms that is steeped in history and celebration, potentially making an impact beyond just aesthetics. Imagine this: a patch on the uniform that resonates with the team's past while looking to the future. It's not just any ordinary addition. It could symbolically bridge generations of Bears football. You might be curious about the details. It's got connections to both historical significance and the dynamic evolution of our roster. Expect discussions about emotional ties, moving tribute in the fabric of the team, and implications for how we compete against rivals like Green Bay and Minnesota. It's a matter of legacy clashing with the present and aiming for contention. Throughout the history of the Chicago Bears, we've seen both legendary figures cement their legacies and missed opportunities leave us wanting more. Who can forget the iconic moments, those passionate rivalries, and the classic games that still keep us up at night? All of that history swirls around the question: what does this new jersey patch truly mean for the team? How will it resonate with the players and the fans as we move forward? Will it ignite renewed passion in the locker room or serve simply as a tribute? Let's unpack this further. The patch isn't just a cosmetic change. It comes with historical weight that's hard to ignore. The connection to previous honorifics worn by past owners like George Halas adds layers of significance. It beckons to questions about how the front office will leverage this tribute moving forward. Could this spark a string of tactical decisions aimed at imbuing the roster with that legendary drive? All these uncertainties raise eyebrows and intrigue among the Bears faithful. Make sure to stay tuned as we'll break down exactly how this new addition may alter the landscape of the roster and depth chart, and what it might mean for the salary cap as well. You're not going to want to miss this analysis that dives right into the essence of what makes football and Chicago football so deeply embedded in our identities as fans. This is Bears News Fan Report. If you live and breathe Bears football, subscribe, hit the bell, and drop your take down below. Our culture runs deep, and it finds the heartbeat at places like Halas Hall and Soldier Field. In the NFC North, every thread of tradition and change carries significant stakes. Now consider the tactical implications. The Bears are eyeing roster fits that can elevate their game in big moments, especially during pivotal third and long situations. With the right fits on the field, we could see this patch weave into the fabric of who we are as a team and how we approach our rivals. How will a new face in our defensive unit, perhaps an edge rusher that's shown versatility or a safety that can stifle the competition, impact our game strategy? We're talking about talent that could turn the tides, players with control through 2026, or those that can make a seamless transition between different positions on the field. And with the rivalry heating up, every tactical edge counts, especially against teams like Minnesota and Green Bay that are always seeking their own competitive advantages. The anticipation builds as we wonder about these crucial roster decisions and their potential effects, all intertwined with the spirit that the New Jersey patch represents. So keep those thoughts in mind as we build toward the reveal. The anticipation is palpable. The whispers are out there. The structure of our plans is taking shape. Fans are hungry for answers, wondering just how big this move could be as we look ahead to a reshaping of our beloved Bears. Will this patch merely represent a legacy, or does it hint at the future direction of this franchise? And now the moment you've been waiting for: what does the VMH stand for on the Bears jersey? It's a tribute to their beloved former owner, Virginia Halas McCaskey, who passed away earlier this year. This isn't just another patch, it's a stylistic homage that mirrors the GSH tribute to her father, George Halas Sr., as we honor the past while paving the way for the future. But let's be clear, it remains a rumor until we can definitively see its impact in action. As we reflect on this tribute and its implications for the upcoming season, let's consider how this could reshape the Bears' identity and roster strategy. What if the front office takes this message to heart and pursues signings that honor McCaskey's legacy? Will this push us to jettison current players and bring in fresh talent that embodies her vision for the Bears? The door remains ajar, leaving us with an open-ended question. How will this patch and what it represents affect our standing within the NFC North? And will it inspire a new era of greatness for the Chicago Bears? The icy lakefront wind bites harder tonight because rumors are spreading that something seismic is brewing at Halas Hall, and you're going to want to pay attention. That VMH patch is more than just a tribute. It's a key to unlocking layers of potential shakeups that could redefine Chicago Bears football for years to come. Now, if you're a true Chicago fan, you know what's at stake, and we're right there with you, ready to break it all down. If you bleed Chicago blue, subscribe now. We ride this storm together. You might find yourself wondering how this homage to Virginia Halas McCaskey could cascade into far-reaching implications, fueling speculation about potential fractures in the locker room or igniting fresh rivalries with Green Bay and Minnesota. The NFC North is never short of drama, and this new addition to the Bears uniform could be more than just a stylistic choice. It could act as a rallying cry for players who want to embody the legacy of past figures that shaped this franchise. What if this patch serves as a turning point, provoking current veterans to step up their game or even ignite disputes over roles with fresh faces entering the mix? Perhaps we'll see a power struggle unfolding as players vie for position, inspired or even pressured by the legacy stitched into the fabric of their jerseys. Imagine the tension when those locker room dynamics shift, driven by both an emotional tribute and the brutal realities of high-stakes professional football. As whispers continue to indicate possible changes in the roster, it raises the tantalizing question of whether we might see bold moves in free agency or daring trades executed as the front office feels emboldened by such a historically rich addition. What if the Bears gamble on a high-profile defensive player, an edge rusher, or a versatile safety to complement this symbolic gesture? Think about the impact that could send ripple effects not only throughout the organization but straight into the heart of rivals like the Packers and Vikings, who are always poised to capitalize on Chicago's shortcomings. Each high-pressure third down adds another layer of stakes, and every choice made in the lead-up to the 2025 season could redefine who the Bears are when they take the field. Relate this to moments we've seen before. The glorious seasons of '85 when the monsters of the Midway ruled the gridiron, or the heartbreak of '06 when playoff dreams slipped through our fingers. Are we witnessing a revival, or merely inviting more of the same suffering? As a fan, the nostalgia tinged with fear is undeniable. With the memory of those iconic names like Butkus, Ehrlicher, and Hester hanging in the air, the question looms larger. How will this jersey patch, honoring McCaskey's enduring spirit, manifest in this year's strategy? Will it flutter triumphantly at Soldier Field as a prelude to glory, or will it represent another step into the abyss of mediocrity? The anticipation could not be sharper as we slide toward this pivotal junction, one packed with hope, yet shadowed by uncertainty. Each moment brings a promise, as well as the weight of expectation. What if we witness a flood of newly signed talent that elevates the players and the Bears' reputation, using McCaskey's legacy as a driving force? Or will we be left to ponder whether the decision-makers miss the mark entirely? Picture the chants filling the air. Will they roar in approval or curl into murmurs of discontent? Every beat of the Chicago faithful's heart echoes through the streets of our city, and the glassy surface of Lake Michigan might mirror that same uncertainty. Our emotions are on a knife's edge as we await these moves. Will the patch inspire a wave of fresh talent that breathes life into the franchise, or are we destined for another season of disappointment? In the face of all these unknowns, the moment is almost upon us for Bears fans to decide, would you pull the trigger knowing it could define the next decade? This is the sort of tense buildup that leaves you breathless, poised for unprecedented change.